The tandem of Plushchenko and Trusova remains relevant even after Sasha leaves for other coaches. The team of Plushchenko's Angels comes up with unusual and daring projects, and the figure skater gladly agrees to experiments. Their next innovation is an ice performance underwater, with Trusova in the leading role. When at the test skating in September, Sasha appeared in a brilliant green dress. Many noticed an obvious resemblance to the Disney Little Mermaid Ariel. The long red hair seemed to be lacking an emerald outfit. And so Plushchenko announced the New Year's Eve show much in advance: "We have begun to create our new fairy tale on ice with the ballet The Little Mermaid. Now Sasha Trusova will also swim for us." Shooting the poster took place underwater. Sasha is a real mermaid and a unique athlete. Full videos of Sasha Trusova as a mermaid on our website figureskating.org. Go to our website and get more information. The author of the idea, Yana Rudkovskaya. The show is being prepared thoroughly. The premiere will take place almost a year later, on December 28th. There are a few details: a colorful poster, dates and venue, VTB Arena in Moscow, and the preliminary list of participants. In addition to Trusova's headliner in Moscow, Mark Kondratyuk, Plushchenko himself and his son Alexander will perform. Trusova has already shown how the shooting of the underwater poster took place. She was diving in different outfits. Sasha is delighted. How will the story of Little Mermaid fit into the ice performance? It is difficult to imagine. Maybe in some, not just frozen, form the water will remain in the show? After all, Rudkovskaya and Plushchenko love to do something first, to combine figure skating and other arts. The Kamila Valieva case seems to be gaining new momentum. In January, Ruzada did not find the figure skater guilty of violating anti-doping rules or her negligence and did not cancel the results of her performance at the Beijing Olympics. Thus, the distribution of medals in the team event, where the Russians took first place, remained in force. However, the World Anti-Doping Agency does not intend to accept such a verdict. WADA stated that it has received a copy of the full decision of the Ruzada Disciplinary Committee and other materials. The organization reserved the right to appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CS. We have previously expressed concern about the decision of the Disciplinary Anti-Doping Committee that the athlete had no fault and there was no negligence in it. Our priority is to ensure that this matter is reviewed as soon as possible and without further unreasonable delay, WADA quoted USA Today as saying. The same action is going to be taken by the International Skating Union, which received copies of the material in early February. At the same time, the ISU stressed, said the final results of the team tournament OI 2020 will be possible only after the investigation. In this case, the immediate decision on the distribution of awards would be up to the International Olympic Committee. In its turn, the IOC welcomed the willingness of the WADA to fully review the Ruzada verdict on Valieva in order to understand what steps to take next. The IOC hopes that the case will be reviewed as quickly as possible. It's also in the interest of all parties involved, especially the athletes who still haven't been able to get their medals from the Beijing 2022 Olympics. ISU will be able to establish the final results of the team competitions in figure skating at the Games, and the IOC will be able to decide on the allocation of medals only after the case is completed, noted in the organization. The USA is watching the investigation especially closely, because in case of annulment of value of his results in Beijing, the gold medals will be given to the American figure skaters of the second place. That's why Travis Tigert, the USADA Director General, regularly expresses his dissatisfaction with the protracted process. This time he complained that it is impossible even to determine approximately when the point will be set. The functionary expressed the hope that WADA would not only appeal to CAS, but also to demand a public and expedited hearing, so that the fate of the awards was determined as early as this summer. At the same time, he did not rule out the possibility that everything will be delayed until 2024. All the athletes, including Kamila Valieva, were let down by the entire international system. Obviously, the Russians are primarily to blame, because they allowed it to happen, But the whole system is also responsible for allowing the Russian fiasco to become a mockery of justice, which caused the athletes to lose the fruits of their performances, hard work and sacrifices, Tegert emphasized. And the U.S. Figure Skating Federation had earlier demanded a fair decision so that athletes innocent of anti-doping rule violations would receive their medals without delay. Valyeva herself unwittingly added fuel to the fire. On the anniversary of the Russian national team victory at the team event, she posted a post on the social networks with a photo of the joyful Russian team. She called this moment one of the happiest in her life and thanked all the partners. The day before, Camilla remembered how she won the short program. "I got a score of 90.18 for my skating, which was a new Olympic record. I will always remember this day and this skating. I share the full video and remember with you how it was," Valyeva wrote in her Telegram channel. The girl's posts caused a negative reaction from some foreign figure skaters. For example, the Olympic champion in Pyeongchang in the team competition Megan Demel expressed outrage that the Americans and Japanese, who also won medals in Beijing, have not yet received them. She called on WADA and the IOC to let the public know what has been done to resolve the sensitive issue. But skaters from the US, who still expect to win gold, were the most disgruntled. National team captain Evan Bates, for example, called the long wait disappointing. And Zachary Donahue, who plans to end his career at the end of the season, complained that even if the team is awarded victory, the athletes will not receive recognition and generous sponsorship contracts, because the moment is long gone. In his opinion, delaying a final verdict this long undermines the integrity of Olympic values and has the potential to negatively impact people's desire to participate seriously in sport. It's about much more than just one award ceremony. It's about how the world perceives sports, particularly figure skating. And that's what's really at stake here, Donahue told NPR. The Japanese, who are in third position, are also waiting for a decision. One member of the Asian team, Ryuichi Kihara, admitted that after a year, he sometimes does not believe in success because he still has not received a medal. The process can be delayed to infinity. According to European champion Sergei Nowitzki, there is no point in talking about the value of a case yet. He believes that WADA is even comfortable with the situation of the European champion, and her card will be played there for a long time. Prolong the process, alas, can be endless. No one will simply leave Camilla alone, having accepted the decision of RUSADA. It is hard to say whether the reason is purely doping or the case is politically motivated. Most likely, it is a little of both. Now in any area all processes are influenced by the political conjuncture, the expert complained in a comment. At the same time he called a possible revision of the result of the team tournament a dangerous precedent. Nowitzki explained that such a move could undermine the confidence of athletes not only in the IOC, but also in the Olympic movement. He also criticized foreign figure skaters who allow themselves to attack Valyeva. "Our guys deserve the gold medals of the team tournament with their sweat and blood. On the other hand, one can understand the Americans. We are not just talking about medals. It's a fight to go down in history as Olympic champions forever. This is incredibly significant. And this achievement will not be outweighed even by the fact that it will actually be achieved in the offices of WADA and CAS and not on the ice," added the European champion.